how did the Spanish mismanage the immense wealth stolen from the Americas, ultimately weakening their power compared to the UK and the France, España, Spain. So Spain plundered a tremendous amount of gold and wealth from the Americas. Tremendous amount of wealth, gold and silver from the Americas. And this immense influx of bullion, raw gold and silver from the Americas, it should have made Spain Europe's wealthiest and most powerful nation, right? And yet it did not. This did not happen. Spain never became a superpower. It was a superpower until this whole influx of gold started into Spain. I mean, when the Spanish Armada tried to invade um, and conquer England during the reign of Queen Elizabeth, at that time England was a second-rate world power, and Spain was the great superpower at the time. And yet, in 100 years, despite all the immense wealth it plundered from the natives, from the hapless natives of the Americas, Spain became a third-rate world power. So what happens? So what happened? So there's a number of reasons, obviously. First of all, these precious metals that the Spanish stole from the Americas, the Spanish, they treated this as a quick source of revenue. And the Spanish monarchs used this to finance their extravagant lifestyles and their continuous warfare. They thought this gold and silver is just so incredibly abundant. It's flowing like a river from the Americas. So let's just keep burning that it as fuel. They did not invest any of it in local industries, in infrastructure, in trade routes, in agriculture, whatever. They invested nothing. What they did was they kept on importing manufactured goods from other places in Europe instead of producing them domestically. They never became a manufacturing economy. They simply thought, we have this endless supply of wealth, let's just buy whatever we want from other countries. No foresight. And then there was this chronic warfare that the Spanish crown enjoyed. So the Spanish kept fighting numerous wars. They had wars against Italy, in the Netherlands, even against the Ottoman Empire. And to have this continuous warfare, you need a huge military, you need a big navy, you need lots of soldiers, you need to hire mercenaries, you need foreign supplies because you're manufacturing nothing. So the Spanish monarchy spent enormous sums of money to maintain this army and this continuous lifestyle of continuous warfare. So whatever new wealth kept on flowing from the Americas, it got drained away almost as soon as it arrived. Okay. And it's not just that. They used the wealth from the Americas to finance their warfare. On top of that, the Spanish kings and monarchs, they took huge debts on top of this. So this huge amount of money that's flowing in every day, it's not enough. They needed more. So they took big debts multiple times to finance various wars, and they had to even declare bankruptcy multiple times. And obviously, when you have big debts, you're going to have interest and so on and so forth. So it doesn't work. And because so much gold was coming into Spain, it caused significant inflation in their economy. And what happens is that only some people have the gold, right? There's a lot of gold coming in, but it's the royalty and the nobility who hold the gold. So the prices go up because there's so much gold in the market now. But the prices go up. But what about the peasants and the poor people? They don't have any gold, but the prices have shot up. So they become super poor as a result. So the cost of living soared for the non-royal, non-noble people. And the cost of waging war also went up, and so on. And so on. So they did not invest in manufacturing. They did not invest in industry. They did not invest in trade routes. They did not invest in controlling foreign ports. Nothing. Extremely short-sighted. They did the exact opposite of what the English did. So that's why Spain, you know what you see. Generally, when somebody wins a lottery, the vast majority of people who win a big lottery, they become broke in 2 3 years because they've never had wealth. Suddenly, there's this big amount of money, millions of dollars that they have, and they just start splurging it without any kind of plan. And in 2 3 years, they go broke, and they go back to their original job if they're lucky. So that's the kind of approach and attitude Spain had. And the English were very different. They were very hard headed in their approach to colonizing the Americas. And that's why they succeeded. And if you want to understand this whole matter, watch my Understanding America podcast, in which I go into exactly these things.